What's up guys, Tony Hannity's here for Lazy Tech TV, and today we're going to take a look at the iFrogz Impulse Duo Bluetooth headphones. Now I actually got these way back in May and I've been using them on a daily basis. I'm generally the type of person to get one of those headphones that wrap around your neck and you just plug in the earbuds when you need them, but this was extremely intriguing to me. For less than $50 you get what they consider to be premium sounding headphones that are very portable, extremely small, good battery life, and to a degree, somewhat discreet. So let's check it out. So with these headphones, most of the computing activity is actually done in this little module right here. And what's really neat about it is that it has a magnet clip on the back of it. Now this clip actually has a twofold uses. One, you can actually clip it on pretty much any piece of clothing, your backpack, whatever the case may be. But second, when you lift it up, you can actually wrap the cables around it for wire management. I don't know how many times I've gotten cables that I threw in a bag or even threw in my pocket and it wrapped up amongst itself and it came out all tangled and, it's just really annoying. So having this is actually extremely useful. Now when it comes to the tech of this little guy, you get a lot of bang for this tiny little module. 30 feet of Bluetooth range, 10 to 12 hours of battery life, all depending on what you're listening to and how long you're listening to it for, and at what volume, obviously. Takes about 2 hours of charge, as they say, but it took me about 2.5 hours, give or take. But what's most interesting about this is the sound quality out of these guys. You have dual 12mm drivers in each ear. What is that going to give you? It's going to give you a balanced sound from mid to highs and even bass. So if you're listening to something like podcasting, it's really not going to make that much of a difference. But if you're into like EDM, let's just say, or classical music where a lot of nuances happens to be in the background, or opera, or even a live show of anything, this is going to give you an extremely good range of all the sound waves that are coming through your ear holes. Now I pretty much use this in almost every facet of my daily activity. During work, at the gym, playing basketball, making shots. Can you please make a shot? Thank you. But one thing was extremely evident about this, and that is more than likely happens to deal with my own respective ear. The right ear falls out a lot more than the left ear. And then one of the bigger issues was when I just want to use one earbud instead of both, the other earbud is either just dangling or I can wrap it around my ear, but that just kind of looks weird. And again, coming from somebody that uses those earbuds where you wrap them around your neck, I was used to just having them on my neck, like the LG Tones Plus, for example, which look like that. But if you're used to regular earbuds, it's pretty much going to be the same thing, but instead of plugging into your iPhone or whatever, you just use this. These are really well designed. They put a lot of thought into this module right here. There's even a little bevel right here so you can differentiate just by touch if you're hitting the positive side or the negative side, whether it's for volume or skipping a track or something like that. And of course, this large middle right here is so you can answer and end a call or pause and play a song. But as good as this was, I did have some issues with it. Now, first off, it might have been Bluetooth issues with my phone itself, but I still feel like I need to mention it. There were times where I would have my phone right dead in front of me, have these on, and there would be static, and I couldn't quite figure out what it was. I would turn this off, turn it back on, and it would be fine. Now, this is after a full night's of charge on the headset itself. So it can't be the battery life. And from my understanding too, these do have a really good standby time, 10 hours as I said. But one feature I would like, and I've had this with other Bluetooth headsets, is that when it disconnects from the phone and it's disconnected for a long period of time, it would automatically shut itself off. I did not experience that whatsoever. I would come home after a long day and they would be dead and I have to charge them again for about 2 hours. But silly absent-mindedness aside, and taking into account that again, it could have been the Bluetooth concerns with my phone itself, these have been really good. And these are only $44.99 on the iFrogz website. So one thing that MKBHD said regarding phones is good phones are getting cheap and cheap phones are getting good. Well, that can be applied to this. Good earphones are getting cheaper, but cheap earphones are getting good. They're getting better. I probably wouldn't have recommended iFrogz a few years ago because I've tried iFrogz a few years ago and they weren't the greatest. They've definitely improved since that time frame. And I have to say, with these, it really comes down to the dual drivers in these earphones. So if you have any other questions or concerns regarding these headphones here, please let us know in the comment section below. Links, as always, are going to be found in the description below. And make sure you're following us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, Lazy Tech TV. I'm Tony Hannity, and I will see you in the next one. Late.